Yeah, I'ma have to chop this shit up. She chopped my man's bed up. Then she cut my man not the Yadas.
Somebody gonna rob us, you know.
Not the Yadas. Seeing what?
This big ass light. You should turn on
Not
that
me.
one.
No, that's fine. Well, damn. We back. It's Jaleisha and Aaron. Aaron and Jaleisha on otro video. And you know we got the cups. You want it?
Yeah.
That's good, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
We're back with another mukbang. No, I don't even need that much.
Don't put it back in there.
Why? You're something else, bro. We got this nasty ass.
No.
She did that, bro.
It's not nasty.
Not, you didn't even taste it yet.
I know it's not nasty.
How you know? How you know?
I know.
How?
It's
I didn't ask
pineapple.
if you know. How do you know?
Who doesn't like pina colada? You.
That's not what it's about. We got that new Amsterdam, you feel me? She was scared to get the Why is this not showing?
Before we start, Dad, I'm not an alcoholic.
Can you stop? It's just part of the thing.
Yeah, he gonna be like.
The other video is not up.
Aren't you gonna post that first?
Yeah, true, but still. We got some Planet Wings today, guys. Feel me? You know. So yeah, what are we talking about?
Abortion. So the new abortion law came out. The bill was passed by Trump administration, and now anybody can abort between.
Oh, this is good.
The time they get pregnant and the time they're due, and a lot of people are upset about that. And now you have a whole new community of just people that are for abortion, and that, but then have their views about not aborting the child at a certain.
No, some people is just at all. They don't believe in abortion.
No, but I'm saying we have a new community of people that are for abortion but are not for
the extended time.
Yeah, the amount of time they have, which I feel like is a contradiction in itself, because it's like if you're for abortion, you're always gonna be for it no matter what.
Nah, I mean, cause some people for some reason don't think that it's a life at before a certain amount of time. You want me to put this up here?
Technically, the child's not born until it comes out of the mother. So.
Yeah, but you keep saying technically. Like, as soon as the sperm meets the egg, it's a life. Okay. I'm pro-choice. So it's your body. Like, how is somebody gonna tell you that you can't do what you have to do? Like, and then I also understand the thing of like, all right, be careful, have protected sex, or don't have sex at all, or if you're fucking early 20s like us. And you just can't do it, like, I mean, I get it, but, like, you gotta be prepared. Like, if you don't want to fall off a bridge, or if you don't want to die, you're not gonna fucking walk on the edge of a bridge, like,
well, Well, I just recently found out about it, so the way I found out is on Facebook, so I'm gonna read you some of what people said about the whole post on Facebook, because that's the first time I saw it on Facebook.
You think this is gonna be good?
Yeah. Anyway, just to summarize what people said is like, it's like you can't, like we were saying, well, what I was saying, like you can't, I feel like once you're already pro-choice, it's hard to say why, like.
How much time?
Yeah, because, alright, it's understandable if you know the complications of, like, your pregnancy. Like if you're just not doing well in your pregnancy and you just keep prolonging it, and you're just unsure.
She's a doula, by the way.
Yeah, I'm a doula,
so she knows a little bit more than happy.
So I'm a birth worker. So I work with women that are pregnant, and I'm trying to work with women after their like postpartum, but I need like a whole nother certification session for that. But it's very understandable if you do have to abort a child or the baby at after 4 months. Because if you I was watching this documentary like last year, and they were talking about abortion and how some women don't even have access. Like in the Midwest, like abortion is scattered. Like you can't even you have to travel I know in the documentary it says people have to travel at least 3 hours to just get an abortion. So it's like,
that's not that bad though.
3 hours? If I wanted to get an abortion, I would have to travel 10 minutes. But think about it. These people in these rural western areas, think about the political views. Like a lot of the community wouldn't even pay to have a Planned Parenthood. Like that's just a punishment within itself for the person that wants an abortion, that they have to travel almost 200 miles just to get an abortion, which is fucked up. I'm sorry, excuse me.
Not really. I mean, compared to bringing a whole life in this world and traveling 3 hours, it's not that crazy. It's definitely an inconvenience, but...
Yeah, but a lot of people in the Midwest, though, are not as well off as we are. Like, the amount of money they make, or, like, a lot of people are employed in these Midwestern states. So it's like they don't even have the money, first of all. They don't even have the resources. So it's like, if they have to travel X amount of hours just to get an abortion, most likely they won't do it. I know for me, thinking about it now, if I was pregnant and I wanted to get an abortion, I probably wouldn't even think about going 3 hours. Think about it, 3 hours going there, 3 hours coming back. 6 hours out of your travel time. And think about the gas, think about the money that you need.
Think about 9 months.
Exactly, but people...
Think about the rest of your life.
Yeah, but some people just take the L. Some people just take that L and say, you know what, I'm going to just have this child. I have nothing else. And people think about the benefits of having a child, like welfare or food stamps. But then when you're caught up in the system like that, you're stigmatized for the rest of your life.
Stigmatized?
So, like, what I also found out in one of my classes is that if you've been on some type of assistance, then that kind of like draws you away from getting a career. Like people actually look at these things. So it's like people don't think about what people are actually going through, and they think it's just easy for them to just travel 3 hours. Like it's not like that.
I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying if you have a child and you feel like you don't want to keep it, travel that 3 hours. Like you're saying take the L isn't just have the kid, but what's the bigger L?
It's not as easy as you think it is, Aaron. Like as a woman, you're carrying a child.
Yeah.
So all these thoughts are going through your head, like, wow, I have a human inside of me, and like as a human being, the morals and ethics that we were born with, it's just that if I kill this child, if I do this, or thinking about like, wow, this is so wrong. Like if I do it, people are gonna judge me. Like all these things is natural to humans, like how we think. So it's like if a female gets pregnant, she doesn't have no money, and and another thing, half of these people in the Midwest do not have health care. So it's like a lot of these people have to pay thousands of dollars to get an abortion. So if you're not making...
Yeah, but can I just say something real quick?
What?
If you know you don't have health care and you're out here having unprotected sex and you get pregnant, that's a risk that you took. That's like you going to a club and finding a girl and fucking her raw, and you get fucking like AIDS. Like that's your fault, bro. You took that risk.
But all right, since
There's
you said
no
that,
but.
no,
That's
but no, listen.
So you gotta you gotta do what you gotta do to either get that money for that abortion, or you gotta man up, get a different job, sell your shit. Excuse me. And level up and have the kid. It's your consequences. That's life. You just gotta do what you gotta do.
Yes, it's that simple. It's that simple to think that they gotta take the consequences. But it also comes from not getting the proper sex education too, because there's a lot of people in the United States that do not use protection. Like we have, in our generation, we have the highest STD rate. And it's because we weren't given the proper sex education. So it's like, what makes you think a couple that's been together since middle school into high school is going to use a condom? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't have that mindset of thinking, like, we need to use condoms because I don't want to get you pregnant. Oh, this is not good.
You think so?
You're bugging, but...
I need help with this movie shit, bro. Why is it only recording 10 minutes? For what?
Them chicken tenders look crazy, bro.
They're mad good. You always hate them and shit. That shit looks crazy. You know they used to throw away the wings and they trick people into eating it?
When?
Like a while ago. I don't know exactly when, but...
No. You don't even know what you're talking.
Before wings, they used to throw that shit away. Nobody... It's like you gotta bite around bone for the meat.
That's the fun
and
part.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's really not. That's what they used to feed poor people.
I'm still gonna eat it, but...
Yeah, I bet you are. Well, back to this conversation.
Anyway, it all goes back to the environment you're in, the amount of sex education you're getting to prevent pregnancy. Like, you
so
need
common sense doesn't play a part?
But not everybody has the resources or thinks like you.
Yeah,
So it's like
that's what I'm saying. You gotta take the L.
No, but it's not even taking the L. It's not even like that. Say for instance, say for instance, you're 18 years old. Between the time you were born at 18 and you were in school and you never had any form of sex education, your parents never told you you need to use protection. On television, you're constantly seeing people not being provided condoms while they're having sex on a program. So throughout those 18 years, and you're in a relationship with someone, and you finally want to have an intimate relationship with them, and you never use a condom because it was never influenced on you, you can't really blame the person because
it's not about blaming them, but it's just like.
It's not, I wouldn't say it's a consequence you have to pay because you don't know people's background. You don't know if they were raped. You don't know, like I said, sex education. No, but like you can't just put everybody in one category.
I'm not.
Like.
That's a lot of I'm doing. I'm just saying. What I'm saying is you gotta do what you gotta do. If you want to keep the kid, if you can keep the kid, you man up, you do what you gotta do to keep the kid. Everyone does that shit. If I had to guess, it'd probably be like maybe 20% of all children were playing. If that. Mm-hmm. Other than that, it just happens and it's like, alright, well, this is our life now. Mm-hmm. So if we're saying 80% of children is just like, alright, fuck it, then that applies to everyone. Rich, poor, old, young, fat, skinny, like you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, back to what we were saying about the abortion law. It's up to the individual. I feel like it's not. You shouldn't. It shouldn't be people put in categories saying this and that. Like, if you believe that we shouldn't abort a child at 30 weeks, then
what was it before?
I think it was 26 weeks. 26 weeks
half?
is like
almost half?
3 months.
No, it's not.
No, it is. I think. Let me see. Oh, we
What's
about to
4
do
times 3?
No.
Yeah, you want to bet again?
Bet. So if I'm
3
right,
months is 12 weeks.
Listen. 26 weeks.
Yes.
No, listen.
3 months.
You want to bet?
It's 12 weeks.
What's
3 times 4?
Bet if
Even
I win,
5.
if I win, you gotta drink that whole thing.
All right.
All right.
Here we go again.
All right.
She about to get smoked. Last
What
time
was
she
it?
was smoked.
20. What are we debating about?
I don't know.
What is?
You said 26 weeks is 3 months.
26 weeks. What did you say?
Just say how many months is 26. All you gotta do is do 26 divided by 4.
How? Wait, shut up for a second.
Why are you mad?
What are
You're
you doing?
going
How many?
on Google for a math question? Just go to your
How
calculator.
many weeks is? How many?
I'm out of here, bro. She's a
months
schmuckatelli.
Is
I love her.
26 weeks.
Hi. Mama.
5 months.
Yeah, drink. Again, you on a roll, huh? Chug.
Wait, when do I have to go?
Whenever you're ready, miss.
Thanks.
Take your time. It's nice, bro. It's time. I'll do it with her just cause. I mean, I'm already pretty much done. Nah, chug. You like ice, right? You like ice, right?
What is happening to me? Look at you.
I put more alcohol. And I chugged it before you.
How much
Damn,
did
I
you
was
put
supposed
in
to get
mine?
back in the lab. Not that much.
Wow.
Because I can't really tell because... Okay, but it's alright, you can have more.
Chill.
You don't want more?
You want me to be smoked, bro?
You said that. You texted me earlier. She was like, we getting smoked today? You want more or no? Look how much. I didn't even put that much.
Dang, we never gonna finish this.
Yo, deadass. That's why I wanted the blue one.
No, the blue one will definitely come.
You want more or no?
Yeah. That's good. Bless you.
Alright. Let's wrap this up. End of the day, are you pro-choice?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're both pro-choice. I think it was, like, I don't think there should ever be a limit. Or like a maximum of where you could, damn, this shit is almost done. I don't think there should ever be a maximum.
Yeah, because
of where
you know who was drinking it?
Why are you screaming? First of all, calm down. First of all. I was drinking it because I needed to chase my apple cider vinegar. But
You're supposed to drink that raw.
yeah, I do, and then I chase it with that juice. Why would you want that taste in your mouth? All right, moral of the story: we're pro-choice. We think you should be able to do whatever you want to do. It's your.
You sound half choice.
No, how? Anyway, I think the limit was stupid, but I do think that if you're aborting a child after like 3 months, it's crazy. Like,
I don't think it's crazy.
what were you doing? You don't think it's crazy?
No,
You just want to
because
argue. No, you can, but 3 months? So what were you doing that whole time?
listen.
Choosing?
Oh, this is what I didn't get to finish earlier. So the documentary I was watching, a woman was 5.5 months, and she had to get an abortion because the child was undeveloped.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, so you can't say.
Alright,
Like,
alright, so I should say,
see, stuff like that makes sense.
yeah, of course, I agree. I'm saying if the baby's healthy, you're financially, mentally, physically able to have a baby, and you just choose not to, I think it should be done before 3 months.
But should be happening though.
Of course.
People lose their jobs.
Yeah, exactly. Everything is different. Like,
People go
it's
bankrupt.
so situational. But I'm saying, just like a general rule of thumb, I feel like 3 months is valid.
I don't know.
Like, think about how long 3 months is. Like, in 3 months, it'll be summertime.
Between now and 8 months. So it's like, you could be good at 2 months. You could be good at 5 months. I'm saying,
I think you should be able to do it whenever. But
I mean, you say that, but when the time really comes, you
never. Right, but look. You can have a child and say, boom, 6 months, you lose your job. Yo, what the fuck? Maybe only one.
This is stale.
Maybe one. So don't eat it then. Maybe one. Look at her still eating this shit. Bro. This is what I have to deal with. Say 6 months, you lose your job. Only one partner is working. What the fuck are we gonna do? Oh, we can adopt. Maybe a family member could take care of it. Like, there's options. You don't just have to smoke the baby. Like, to me, that should be last resort.
I don't know, man. But I say do what you gotta do. Like, if you gotta do what you gotta do, you do what you gotta do.
I agree, but
because I'm telling you,
we're about
you're about.
You know, we want to know what y'all think. Like, I really want to. I say this, like, if you look at my other videos, I always say this, but I really want to, like, create a dialogue of, like, what y'all think is right, what y'all think is wrong.
We're gonna be like
Don't believe it. It's Jubilee, first of all, and yeah, she can't pronounce anything right. Like,
you can't either.
She says I pronounce everything right. First of all,
right? You think
what is it? What is it?
How do you say Chadwick's real name?
Who? Chadwick Boseman?
No.
Yes.
No.
But listen,
no.
listen.
Wait. Hold on. Hold on. This is. Wait. How do you say this?
What's the videos where people?
How do you say that?
Oh, I don't know. I never.
No. Look at you.
I would say Choro Imoy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Look at you.
No. Somebody else said it was Toro Imoy.
Yeah, alright, you're black.
Who says Toro Imoy?
What is the videos I watch where people whisper? What is that called?
AMSR.
Yeah, see?
Whatever, see?
No, it's not. Alright, we're getting out of here. Let us know. Yo, that's crazy, bro. You're really about. Let us know your thoughts and opinions down below.
Ew, something in my eye.
Expect more videos like this in the future. I'm Aaron.
I'm Julie.
And we're out of here.